We're live.
I mean, I'm just trying. I need a tan. I need Botox. I need everything.
Yeah, you do.
And let me know we're live. We can do this.
We're live, Ron. You got two people watching.
I do need it. Like, I don't
Ron,
know if
we gotta say welcome to Tabletop.
welcome to
Ladies and
Tabletop. But like,
We're live.
But like, seriously, I look at my face. I go, God, I need tan. I need Botox.
Hey, we got a new setup today, Ron. Tell us about this new setup first of all.
We're
The
trying to
viewers
private
need to
dining
know.
room.
The viewers need to know.
Am I in it or not? Because I don't think I'm in it.
Why don't you just come this way, Ron? See the camera?
This is something new.
There you go.
Oh, hold on, honey. Love me tender.
All right, Ron. So
love me
welcome to the new
blue.
setup. Where are we at?
By the way, who sings it? Love me tender.
Oh, that's
love me
Elvis.
blue. Okay, good.
Come on. Did you
Now
know
I'm
that?
in. You're not.
Good. That's what I was going for, actually.
Okay, the new setup is in our private dining room at Red Rocks. Just try
Oh no,
something
look
different.
at that.
Oh, we are good. Good. I don't get moved away from you.
Yeah, get away.
So we decided to do something. Today we have a special guest who's
Hey, talking to the mic.
I think we have two of them.
two of them. We got Listen,
I can't control the talking in the
yeah,
Ron has a
This is-
special
this
rule. You
is
can't
funny.
tell him that on air.
you have to just go
tap
like
him.
this.
have
You
to
got to
tap
do it
him.
like that. Go like this. Whatever you want to do. There.
Coffee.
But I tend not to talk. I need one hanging from my neck.
You tend not to
there's
talk?
never been more false statement than you tend not to talk.
You tend to talk a lot.
That's why I call it tabletop.
Exactly. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
We're gonna change it to tend to
that
talk.
was fake news.
Should we introduce them though, at least?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or should we even go over what we did this weekend?
Well, we got to introduce our guests. We're just going to say.
Well,
what's the-
Travis and Charlie. I mean,
right.
Travis is a Ohio State fan, very successful producer of podcasts.
Table talk.
Well, he's interviewing, trying to take Brett. I'm not going to hire him. We got Brett.
I like Travis a lot. We've really got to know each other this year. The one thing I'm worried about, he's been on a lot of prestigious podcasts. I think he used to produce for Stanford Steve, some ESPN.
Van Pelt.
Van Pelt, Denny, Dale Jr. Usually a career trajectory goes up.
Now you've made it.
Now he's here with Table Talk.
Yes.
On. So I am worried about that.
But you are his agent. I had
Add
to go
this to your
through
resume.
Charlie. I had to go through Charlie to get him on. So bullshit. I'm
we're
like,
a package deal.
Yeah.
and then let me tell you what happened. So then we went to the club. So we went to Ohio State game.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know
Start
this
there.
weekend.
Yeah.
I was going to say
We
you're
went
We
down
went to the club.
We went down to Dallas and went for the Ohio State game, which I went to school at Indiana. If you don't know, I did, and Robert Morris College. Thank you. But Charlie,
welcome.
I said I'll go and I'll support his team as long as they give him shit about the Steelers. It was in 5 in a row. We're all good. So I went down there and it was a great time. I wore my Ohio State hat, which I never have done ever. I wouldn't wear it for anybody but Charlie, but I wore the hat. Then I met this guy next to him who's a train wreck like me. I never met two train wrecks together.
Yeah.
Who's very successful in business like myself, but off business, he likes to have fun.
Humble brag.
He likes to have fun.
Yeah.
So, Travis, tell us a little bit about the Ohio State, Travis. What did you go to school there? Or
Yeah, I went to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Ohio. Sorry, I'm dealing with a little cold. This team's going to kill me. I'm slightly crazy, Charlie. Fair?
Slightly it's like Ron saying he doesn't talk a lot.
Yeah.
Every play is like the last play. Like it's
I mean, I have a lot of fun watching Ohio State. That's my team. But watching it and having the entertainment of Travis living and dying off
Yeah.
of every play is.
Super fan.
how many times did I ask? How many times did I look at you like this is the game right here?
If it's a 2-yard run, he sits down and he like holds his head. But he looked at me 100 times throughout the game. Maybe the second quarter, it'd be like a 3rd and 5. He's like, "This is game. If we don't get it, this
Oh
is
man.
game."
I mean, it
Like
got
Chris
close
Scott.
there at the
It
end,
takes-
man. I mean,
it
Texas
takes-
was marching. I was a little worried for Ohio State there.
If you were worried, you should have.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I don't even cheer for him, but that's how I am, like watching Carolina basketball.
me tell
So
you the-
I know how you feel,
The
Travis.
funniest story about the trip. So Travis, we're in this group chat called Cotton Bowl. And he said, "Yeah, I got some seats for the game, man. We're gonna sit in the upper deck, 10 rows back." And I'm like, Denny's going to the game. Like he's not gonna sit
Yeah.
in the upper deck. Like there's no way. Like it was a very nice offer, and I've been there. I've sat in the upper deck to watch the Steelers one time through player tickets, but we're not doing that. Okay, so Denny gets these seats that are what, section 102, I mean, I know the
We
section.
renamed a section. It's Section Travis, but yeah, it was 102.
Right where the TVs are, and I guess supposedly Stanford Steve and all these people came up and talked to Travis, but long story short, they were on TV. At least if you saw, we'll have to send some clips. Of Travis, what
I
you think
saw
of
him
the
quite a
seats?
bit. I saw you guys quite a bit.
What you think of the? And then, by the way, Charlie, what's it say on the sign? That little banner.
Ohio against the world.
So he went and picked that up at the post office before we got on the plane.
Oh,
That's how
dedication.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Mark.
Well, we had to. It wasn't going to get delivered.
Because of what?
Fucking Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
He died, and so the post office was closed for a day, so it pushed everything back.
So then you got
least
the
he got to
banner,
vote.
and
Yeah.
you got. I was so excited. So tell us about
R.I.P.
this-
Jimmy.
Tell us about the seats.
I mean, they were perfect. Everything up front row, no one in front of you. It was just, I mean,
Just the players.
people were tossing me beers from our section for free.
What?
It was
we're
great.
talking-
We made
Yeah.
we made a lot of friends. Part of that may have been we ran into some friends from around the area that you guys know. We ran into Chopper, some of the guys that these guys play pickleball with. They may have started drinking a little earlier than we had, so they wanted to go get a picture outside the stadium. This is an hour and 45 hour and a half ahead of the game, and then they said, "Come on, we got to go. We're gonna miss the kickoff." So we're stuck in the stadium an hour and a half before the game.
The $20 beers.
We're making friends with everyone. I mean, now, to your point about the $20 beers, got a good story about Kush. Now, in his culture, maybe it's it's technically a little more. Maybe they haggle and
Well, Kush
and
goes.
negotiate a little more.
Yeah.
I turn around, Kush is talking the guy up at the concession stand, and he's got like 5 Topo Chicos, like food in his arms, and I was like, "Dude, why'd you get all that?"
It's
And
$4.
he said, I slid the guy at 20. I didn't have to pay for anything.
Oh my God.
Now, Charlie,
Jeez.
And they did-
I got a funny story for you. So I never knew that. First thing, I've never been to a medic at a game.
A medicated game?
A medic. So
Oh.
Charlie.
Oh, okay, got it.
Charlie ate a Philly cheesesteak, and he blames the Philly cheesesteak that it upset his stomach. So he literally went to the medic,
Yeah.
and
Wait,
he
what?
got he went he
didn't
went to the
know this?
medic.
No.
At halftime, I went and saw the medic. I got some Pepto.
Like I've never seen this.
Really?
They gave me
Yeah.
some Pepto, and then 5 minutes in the third quarter, I was back. Good as
Yeah,
new.
those Philly cheesesteaks.
Second quarter, I was down bad a little.
I had no idea.
Those
Yeah.
Philly cheese, they're
Then
no
he
joke.
said,
Yeah.
"Come on, we need some more energy out of
It
you."
doesn't
And I
make
was like,
sense. I think it's the alcohol. What did you have at Texas Live? Come on.
It was definitely. It wasn't on its own. It was a lot of combination of the beer
Stress.
and the
For
Philly.
your team.
Stress, yeah.
Because during halftime, my phone was blown up, so I didn't know you went to the medic.
We talked about it the next day, that night.
He was in concussion protocol.
Well, what about the hot dog? Now, did that bother your stomach? You had a big hot dog. I saw it.
How was that?
It was delicious.
It was that made.
Take
like-
us through.
How many bites was it?
Oh, a lot. I mean,
was
it was
one.
like 12 inches.
Did you pay for it or not? Did you pay for the hot dog or not?
Yeah, I
What
paid
bite?
for it.
Yeah.
One bite.
You didn't
Everyone
get,
goes
you weren't on
Yeah.
Cush's deal.
Yeah, I didn't haggle.
So you're at the game. So they were in the front, like this front where they were.
I mean, who
I saw him.
haggles at a game?
Was Jerry Jones
But
there
wait,
that,
you know,
that happened?
I did meet somebody. It's funny at the club named Stephanie. I don't know what. She's a sideline reporter. And Travis.
Stephanie Reddy?
I'm not sure if she went to school with her or whatever he did, but she's pretty cute. And Travis, did you get to wave to her at all? Did she talk to you? Because I know Stanford Steve and all these other people.
I went to Stanford Steve, my boy Marty Smith.
What about Stephanie? Did you say hi to her?
I don't think so.
Okay. She was. I
I think she
met.
big timed us.
I met her at the club, and she's really interesting.
She didn't big time Ron.
So we have a bottle of Casamigos. We went to the club after the game,
Yeah.
and I got a table, and it took them about 3 hours to get there. So I had 5 drinks, more than I ever had. I stayed to 3 in the morning, more than I ever had ever.
That's like
And-
4 in the morning here, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
so-
Ron.
on the debate
Jeez.
where they would have those guys that fact
Yeah.
check all the
Yeah.
statements.
Yeah. Fact check. Yeah.
We got to fact
did.
check some of
And
this.
so, by the way,
Wow.
I just stayed at JW Marriott,
Most
which
I've
is
ever had.
which is
33.
JW, which is it's okay, but there was a light I couldn't
Oh,
get
yeah.
off the whole
It's
night.
not the Ritz.
The Sheridan
Right.
is really nice.
Right. But long story short, we go to the club, and there was a bottle of Casamigos. So we got him a bottle of champagne for his birthday. By the way,
Happy birthday.
again.
Thank you.
And so
It's a good birthday
he
present.
gets a bag with the.
Oh, we got some viewers out. Look at that.
He got a bag.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
He got
Fans.
a bag with the champagne bottle that we signed for him. Next thing you know, he got
Yes.
he got a bottle of tequila from the club. I never saw anybody take tequila. And what else? Did you take the Tito's too?
No, just the bottle of Casamigos and an empty
No.
bottle of champagne.
You know how he celebrates?
Huh?
You know why he celebrates? He does it his way.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know what we were going to be doing the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And if the stores
At
were
3
closed or
a.m.,
anything.
you know, you got to keep partying.
Did you get the Casa Azul too? Did you get one of those shots?
I didn't even get one of those shots. That was Alex.
So Alex buys. So just so you know, in preference, you have a tab at a club, and we got Casamigos
Tell us
on
how it
there.
works,
And
huh?
our one friend figures, I'm going to just order 5 $100 shots of Casa Azul. I mean, it was pretty funny. We had a good time, but it was a great time.
So,
Great time.
all right, so 8.5 point favorites, right? 9.5?
8.5.
In the championship game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points. How you feeling?
I don't like how confident I am.
Yeah.
So I'm a pessimist and always nervous. And the fact that I'm this confident has me like, it reminds me of 2006 when we played Florida. I was very confident.
Was that Troy Smith?
Yes.
Yeah. That was a good team. Ted Gimel on the team?
Yes.
Yeah.
He ran the opening kickoff back.
And then hurt his
He
ankle.
dropped a lot of passes for the Panthers.
But Charlie's been confident this whole run.
No doubts. You know what? We have them. I have them at 5-1 or whatever. I have them online. I'll go check. But
Notre Dame's got God on their side.
we've had a good run. Hopefully this week. I agree with you about the Notre Dame game. What scares me is like I think like they're going to blow them out. There's no way they can keep up because I still think. I told Charlie this morning that I wish Steve Lowe was listening. They're overrated. I mean they didn't play anybody really to get to the championship, and then Charlie reminded me.
They beat Indiana. You
Right.
definitely know that's nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I went to
Georgia.
school there. Now
They beat
wait a
Georgia.
second. Hey, make sure you cut that out of that. Indiana. We love you, true.
It's
Okay.
weird. I haven't seen his diploma.
I haven't
all these
either.
years.
I told
Yeah.
you I went the year my dad got laid off. I had to
know.
go to Robert Morris. I wish I'd have went there. I would have been
It's
the
just for the
president.
podcast.
I would have been the
Yeah.
president of the
Yeah,
United
we'll
States.
cut this whole
There's
part
no
out.
doubts.
Yeah.
But real quick, Travis. So, what do you think about Notre Dame's credential getting the game? Because you know Georgia's starting quarterback was hurt, so you can say they beat him, but they really didn't beat him without Carson back. Then who they beat next?
Penn State.
They beat Penn State, who Charlie says is not that good.
Yeah.
And then now they're playing you. Do you think they deserve to be in the national championship game?
Yeah,
Or-
they deserve it. I mean,
Yeah, they won.
They won the games in front of them.
Yeah. Nothing they
Okay.
can do about their schedule.
But
huh?
you'd rather play, just say it turned around. I know you beat Oregon by a lot, but you would rather play them than other teams? Or
No,
would you-
give me the easiest route possible. I wouldn't be mad. Like, if I'm Notre Dame and I win it all, no one's going to remember the route that they got there.
But are you
Right.
happy you got?
You're gonna remember the
are you
national
happy you got Notre Dame?
Yeah, I don't think I wanted to play Penn State 2 times.
Yeah.
What do you think, Charlie? I mean, what's your opinion of the game?
Yeah, I'm very confident, but do I think there's a path where Notre Dame could win? Yes, I think it would probably have to go perfect for them, but I think, look, they're coached by an Ohio State guy. He learned under Jim Tressel. That's
Oh,
kind of
wow,
the way,
I didn't know that.
That's kind of the way they play. They play defense.
Yeah.
Big emphasis on special teams.
Yep.
I think they're going to have to create some turnovers. Problem is, I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. They rely a lot on the quarterback run. They're going to have to really do something defensively to stifle us and create some turnovers to win, in my opinion. But
Yeah, they have to score 21, and I don't know how
do
they
you
score 21.
think Texas's offense is as
I
good as
agree
Notre
with that.
Dame's?
They're better
Or not?
than Notre Dame on offense.
Right, because they moved the ball all the way they won. To be honest, they were 2 plays away from being in it.
Yeah,
That's
they almost tied the
stupid.
game. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with the end there.
What do they
should've-
run the toss there
They
on
should
like
have
3rd
put
and 1 or
Manning
something?
in.
Or
They
second
should
and
have.
1?
I was saying they should have put Manning in when they were 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
Get the running style. Do what
did
Riley.
you say that after or before?
No, I said before. I mean, I
The
thought,
next day.
No, I just thought that's what they should have done. I thought he's a better quarterback than yours in that situation.
He was in one play and he fumbled.
He did it the game
I think
before
maybe
too.
he was afraid to
Yeah.
turnover. But it's easy now.
I don't
but it
think.
seems
I think
foolish.
Riley Leonard's not that good passing, and I think you're exactly right.
Yeah,
They
he's
shut the
really
run
not.
down. He's going to throw a couple.
But like
picks.
the Texas, the toss play, it also took an amazing play from Caleb Downs. Like, not every safety could make that play.
Yeah.
So like if they don't make it, if the play call that Ohio State didn't have on defense, if they were rolling their safeties, they would have been outnumbered.
Yeah.
So it was just like the perfect call against it.
Is he related to Josh Downs?
Yeah, it's
his
his
brother.
brother.
Yeah.
Number, just so you
Tar
know,
Heel.
I know number 2. That's Caleb Downs. I know that because Pat Wood. He's like, this number 2 is one of the best players in the country. And then I figured out he got it from Alabama.
Yeah. Shout out to Woody.
And then I'm sitting there going, wonder how much they paid him. You know what I mean? They got to pay him good.
Or like a mill or something.
Yeah.
And not to
Light money.
pivot. I like what
two.
the Tennessee coach for basketball I just saw on Instagram. I guess he took the kid out and he goes, he's getting paid too much to miss those shots. I thought it was pretty funny. Like, you think the locker room's the same now with NAL or not? Do you think the same, like people coming in and out being paid? Do you think it's different locker room or same locker room? Like at Ohio State, do you think that somebody's making $2 million versus the kid that's making nothing?
Well, I mean, the kid who's making nothing probably sucks, so he probably knows to just
Here's the
chill.
other thing, like they're very good about the star athletes will get a lot of product and stuff from the sponsors, and so they go into the locker room and give all the players stuff. Like
Okay.
Caleb Downs hands headphones and different things to players. So like, there's ways to make those players feel. But then once the teams can pay their players start next year, they're gonna get a little more anyways.
But don't you think that, too, you get a free do you think the free education matters to some of those guys
Yeah,
or not?
for
You know,
some it's
for sure,
everything.
yeah. Like you have.
Because I don't know
you
how
went
much is to
Indiana.
go to Ohio State now. You think 50? 60?
No idea. But I mean,
Right.
it's not cheap.
I think, to your point, I think it's another factor that the coaches have to deal with. Like, and a lot of it comes down to the culture of the team. Like, you have a school like
A&M.
A&M, Ole Miss. They're throwing a lot of money at players. A&M is the perfect example. They threw all these money at these freshmen, and then you got the seniors upset, and it just all kind of fell through.
Yeah, Ron, aren't you in the chat here? You are a Catholic, so you're not cheering for Notre Dame?
He better not.
Well, he didn't get confirmed.
Yeah,
But
you don't
I
have a
think
middle
you
name.
guys
That's
talked
right.
about
Yeah,
this.
yeah, that's right. Never mind.
I'm a Catholic.
I'm going
but
to say that
Yeah, I'm Catholic too, but that doesn't. Yeah.
Notre Dame was always a football team you watch because they were always on NBC or they were always watching it. But I grew up in Pittsburgh. I was a Pitt fan. We had Dan Marino. I lost my first job. Just so you know, the only job I ever was canned was because I went to I was a dishwasher, 16, and I went to the Pitt with Dan Marino and Tony Dorsett to watch West Virginia play. So we had a great team back then, but Pitt was my team. And then I went to school at IU. They sucked, and
You got fired on your day off.
they had
huh?
basketball. We won the national championship the year I went there. So basketball, but not football. We always sucked. So I do agree. You know, Indiana is good because he brought 12 players from another team, James Madison.
Was Nick's there when you went to IU? The bar restaurant.
I don't, you know what?
They got a great drinking game called Sink the Bismarck.
He didn't drink.
He was so concentrated on his academics.
Academics.
No, tell me about this bar. Wait.
They got great Stromboli. It's right there on campus. They have Sink the Bismarck drinking game.
While we're talking about your career at IU,
Yeah, remember your time at IU?
Tell the fans what you used to do for side money when you were at IU.
Oh, yeah, I used to book bets, and I used to sell tickets
You were at
with Davey Yonkers.
David Yonkers.
That's his name. He lost every bet he ever made.
But you
Hey.
didn't you used to get tickets and you were you would hustle tickets.
Oh, yeah, I'd hustle tickets all the time. Yeah, we would
Scalper.
for the basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would sit on the front row,
Wow.
probably, because we got student tickets, and we would sell them to, like, Kentucky
Did you
fans.
when you showed up
Wow.
to class? Did you wear sunglasses and stuff like this? Like
Show
they
up to
thought you were-
class?
They thought you were Pittsburgh mob.
First of all,
it's
he never
funny,
showed
I
up to
was
class,
kind of
this guy.
This is the best. The
Thought
only
he's
thing
a
about
mafia
college I
boss.
remember is my roommate.
Cartel.
Did you guys go to? I mean, I don't know if you did. Did you go to college? Did
No,
you have to have
no, I
a
didn't
roommate?
go to college,
Did
no.
you have a dorm?
Yeah. They had those
Okay.
at college.
So my roommate left after the first half, but
Why?
I just well,
That happened to me
yeah.
my freshman year too.
he played Elvis Presley. I'm not shitting you. Every day when I came in there,
So you made him leave?
I don't know if I made him leave. He was kind of weird, but I was the president of Wilkie Quad. If anyone on
What do
this
you
is
think
ever
he
went
thought
to
of you?
Indiana, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think the guy thought of you?
Why do you think he left?
I mean, back then I wasn't as swag as I am now.
Right. So you were a little weird.
You didn't wear.
Oh, so
Montclair?
you're a loser, is what you're saying?
No, I'm not a loser, but I was always quite the, obviously I was I played intramural basketball and I knew a lot of people, but I wasn't who I was today, for sure.
Amen.
I think the traveling
But
helped me
even
out.
then, I mean, you were still the chess champion of Pittsburgh.
You were a former child star.
like a water polo star, things like that.
Well, I'll tell you what I was. If you ever go to Indiana, I was the only freshman ever to be the president of the quad, which was 5,000 people.
What's the
So
quad?
Yeah, what is the quad?
The quad is like 25. They would wherever you stay, we call it the quad. Where you stay
Right.
at.
If you say quad, is that kind of like saying you're a pen and paper kind of guy?
yeah.
No, I was charismatic back then too, because I had a.
How did you? How do you?
through the quad.
How do you get? How do you get to become president of the quad? You had to run.
You had to run.
You had an election.
Yeah,
What was your slogan?
Yeah.
my slogan?
Yeah.
Is it the same slogan as I saw on the door today? I don't
What's
think I've
that?
noticed that.
What's
Is that
that?
new? Something for everybody.
Yeah, mine was winners never quit.
Oh.
Ron, what are these? What am I eating here?
Calamari.
It's pretty good.
I think that, obviously Travis. So you and Charlie's relationship seems like it's building. Is it? How long have you known the guy?
Pause on that. Let's clarify.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Oh, friend zone.
So what
I think I
what
can
is
help
your
with, Pam
like? What do you
situation
think?
here.
Like, what do you think about this Charlie guy? Like, I always tell Denny, like, I've been on that damn plane for 20 years. I've been in the Lear. I've been in the King Air. He never had a King Air, but I've been everywhere. Do you think Charlie is solid? What do you think?
Without Charlie, the trip isn't the same.
Yeah.
He's the glue guy.
He's the glue. I agree.
Damn.
He's
Ron.
the straw that stirs the drink.
I'm just glad they won because he gets so doggone depressed. You too. What?
Oh, you think he gets depressed?
Yeah.
You don't want to see me. I wouldn't have gone out after the game.
You wouldn't have.
No.
Well, it took you 3 hours to get to the club anyhow. I had Alex over there.
Sorry, we had to get back from the stadium. It wasn't like we were at a bar. We were stuck in a car.
And by the way, the bar we went to, it was bad, Michael.
Was it?
Yeah, it was called Bottle Blonde. It wasn't.
I think Ron has learned not to be edgy, so he found a club
Oh no.
that there were literally no girls in. So it was
Oh.
perfect. We
Oh
couldn't.
wow.
No, that's not true.
There's clubs like that.
no, now we can talk about this. I told Denny every bottle girl liked me. It was so crazy.
Oh gosh, here we
They
go.
all liked me.
Yeah.
Like they were like, hey, I felt like when you go to, to be honest with you, I don't believe it. Like strip clubs aren't my deal unless you're drunk and they have the buffet. But I felt
Right.
like the girl, I think, what was her name, Charlie? I told she had to be on her Instagram.
I couldn't get her name. 'cause
Ginger.
Ron.
No, I
didn't
told you to
leave
get
her
on it.
side, but-
So I'm thinking, she might like me. You know what I mean? And Charlie goes, I don't know, man. Whatever you want to dream right now, you can. But they got me ordering a bottle of champagne. Which
Yeah,
was
it worked.
good.
She
Yeah,
liked you.
that
Yeah.
was-
She liked you enough for you to order that.
Yeah, oh yeah. I felt it this weekend when I paid my American Express. But we had a great time. There was no better time. I mean, for what we did. And then Travis, when I saw that bottle in his room, that to me, that's just a priceless picture. I've never seen anybody take a bottle my whole life. So he,
Now you have.
enjoys alcohol.
You can do it.
And what about? So tell me about this weekend going to Atlanta.
Let's move off. Yeah. Anyway.
enjoys alcohol.
yeah.
Yeah, what's your plans
Anyway,
in Atlanta? What's your plans?
So I've got a bunch of friends from college. A couple of them live here, and some are traveling to Charlotte. And then we've got a Sprinter van that we're going to take from here to Charlotte and go to the game on Monday night.
Okay, Charlie, what's your plans so far?
You don't have
I
plans
live
yet.
life one day at a time. Like right now, I'm concentrating on this amazing Caesar salad at Red Rocks. This
Shout out
is
Red
my
Rocks.
favorite lunch menu
Yeah.
item.
This might be the best. I kid you not, best calamari I've ever had.
Hear that?
Thank you, thank you. That's
I haven't seen him smile that much since
Ohio
that
State
bottle
one?
girl was sitting next to him. But my plans, we're still figuring out tickets. I saw yesterday, and some of these stats you can never trust on Twitter. It's the highest ticket average for a game since like 2006, which
because
Part
Catholics
of me-
are Catholics.
Catholics, they are Catholics.
But Ohio State was in that game too, right?
Those Catholics go there too.
So part
It's
of
an
me,
Ohio State thing.
I'm kind of curious though. Why were tickets that expensive before the Biden inflation in 2006?
Yeah, let's get
Or were
into
they
that,
playing
Ron.
in
Break
like
it down.
like a shoebox? Like
Yeah, Ron,
Why
break it
was
down.
it that expensive in 2006?
I don't,
So what happened was
well, who played? We don't know who played in the game. I mean,
it was
you
Ohio
guys-
State, Florida.
Ohio State, Florida.
Travis is and
I
that
don't-
was in the
Ohio
was the
State drives the
quarterback for Ohio
market.
State, you know that?
Troy Smith. I
Troy
just said
Smith,
this.
yeah.
We talked about this
Heisman.
earlier.
I don't know. I can tell
Heisman
you.
Troy.
I don't believe. I think they're. I think a lot of the last 4 years of COVID and all that stuff, so tickets were cheaper. I think people have more expendable income right now for some reason, maybe because they bought Bitcoin. I
Well,
don't know.
the game's more.
I think the complete opposite.
The game's
actually.
more corporate. The game's more corporate now.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, how many tickets do you think?
Course,
Because
shout
you
out
have
State
to go
Farm.
to national championship. What I'm saying is, like Bob Dontino goes to all these events with DirecTV because he's got to take care of his people that take care of him.
Does Red Rocks have a
Fine.
suite for the national championship game?
Yeah.
I
Sideline.
have my tickets, but I haven't been invited, so I already have mine in the suite on the field.
Well, just so you know, we're still working through tickets.
It's okay. Look, the Dallas
we're-
Mavericks plays in town.
We're reaching out to our
Yeah, Ron.
relationships,
It's all
trying
right.
to secure the best tickets we can. It's hard to go from front row with the flag to go back to
Yeah.
Upper deck.
Yeah. I mean,
Where do you
the
go from there,
reaction was
right?
priceless when Travis said, "Hey, we got the tickets. We're in the 400 level." And
I felt so bad when I had to type that in.
I don't know who said it. Maybe it was Ron. Ron said,
TH.
"We're gonna." I guarantee we're the only people flying in a private jet that's sitting in the 400 level.
Yeah, I think Travis, it was very nice because I've been there. Nice guy. We're going to pivot
love
a little
his
bit again.
transitions.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah,
pivot
yeah.
again, but we got the Ronnie Awards, so coming up soon, probably in February. But do you think Travis should be in any of these awards?
Biggest
I mean,
Ohio State fan.
I mean, could it
We
be?
gotta set a
How
date
about a
for these
podcast
awards.
producer?
It's
Like
gonna
you know
be
what I mean?
outside.
We got Brent and we got Trav. Like who gets the podcast producer award?
Yeah, I don't know if it should be me to tease the fans, but I'm pretty excited about the Ronnie Awards, and
Yeah, when are they?
I've been privy to.
We're going to do it in a stage in
doing February.
Birkdale.
When's
We're
the
gonna-
voting?
in March.
Can the people vote?
It's gonna be in the
one
spring.
thing about Ron, it's not. There's decisions aren't made by a committee; they're made
Yeah.
by Ron.
What is it? Yeah.
But I've been privy to
and
see
you'll know
some of the
3 days before.
categories,
Yeah.
and they're pretty good. Like friend of the year.
Right.
We got to think about things that are centric to Ron.
Right.
Friend of
Right.
the year,
Yeah.
who
Right.
doesn't a lot for him. Who
He
gets
already
the
pretty much
best
said
gifts.
Denny won that award.
Well, there was. I don't want to spoil anything, but if I had to say the betting line, Bob Dontino was probably pretty good odds.
Yeah.
But-
Until Denny
but he
flew you to
didn't.
Dallas.
But Bob didn't go on the trip
Yeah.
with us. He
Yeah.
almost did. He almost got locked in the plane.
Well, they always say I need a
Was that who was-
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they always say, yeah, why did Bob come in? That was kind of like weird. Like he showed up in the plane. I'm like, Denny thought he was coming too. I was like,
He got you to the plane.
he said, please, can I drive you to the airport? And I'm like, it just so happens my
Oh,
Range
we're
Rover.
gonna have to
is
fact
Oh,
check
friend of
this.
the year.
We're gonna have to fact check
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Please, can I drive you to the
Yeah,
airport?
please, God, let me.
I think Bob had his seatbelt on.
I thought he
I
said,
know
please.
Michael's
Maybe
a
I-
nice, I know not Michael's a nice guy, and sometimes he doesn't call you out on some of these things you say.
I wasn't there, so I don't know. Maybe this did happen.
I think the handler, got it. By the way,
Handler of the year needs to be.
but the handler should not be it should be a friend. I mean, he's just, you
Now,
know.
you call it a handler.
No, I know. I joke around.
Alex is definitely not up for that award.
Yeah. I think he did a good job till.
You know how much time
He
I
had
was
too many
alone over. I love
shots.
him, but like he
Alex
goes,
just bitched him.
oh yeah. And I'm
He had
sorry
too
if you're
many
listening,
shots.
Alex, but I'm
But-
sorry if any girls of yours are listening. But listen, he was like, oh, there's the next best thing over here. Oh, I'm there. Oh, by myself. But the good thing about it, the bottle girls made my time when I was sitting there by myself. They thought I was.
Well,
they thought I was
in
it.
fairness to Alex, shake and bake, I can already see what happened. He's hanging out with Ron during the game. He's probably getting a little bored because maybe the place isn't as
Yeah.
you know,
A lot of
lively as he
dudes.
wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he maybe wants to leave, but Ron doesn't
Yeah.
want to have to like
Get
go
up.
bar to bar, get
Right.
up.
Yep.
And so Ron says, "Oh, hey, get him a shot. Hey,
Yeah.
get him a shot." And then next thing you know, poor Alex is
Hammered.
hammered. So
He was definitely.
Maybe you're the friend of the. Maybe you're the
so
friend of the year,
I don't
Ron.
put it all on Alex. I think he did
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
voting for
job.
Ron for
I
friend of
think
the
Yeah,
year.
you're the friend of the
He
year.
made sure you had.
Ron's
a
gonna-
good
Ron's gonna win every
Ronnie
Ronnie award.
good. I mean, like it's like the stocking at my house. You know, Bob does. Brittany just said it. Bob has a stocking in my house. Then he came in and said, "Why don't I have a stocking?" So now next year I got to get you a stocking. I mean, I
job.
always
That's
think.
a true story.
And I appreciate Kush. Yes, thank you. He said, "Don't forget Michael again." 'Cause
But
he always-
Michael, what about like Michael's been a good friend. He does a show with
Yeah, he
me.
shows
Yeah,
up to this
the
show.
hell,
I mean, but
man.
we got to give him some type of award just for being next to
Co-host
him.
of the
Should
year.
be, hey. But I'm going to give him a hoodie, a table
Yeah,
talk hoodie.
So some
Thank God.
some of the awards just for the people. There's podcast of the year. There's athlete of the year.
Well, who's up for podcast of the year?
I think Actions Detrimental is
It's just
up for
table.
nomination.
Just table talk.
table talk.
Rubbins Racing. Shout
Rubbins
out to
Racing.
Spider. And then I think the Wingman
Joe
pod
Rogan.
actually made
Joe
that.
Rogan.
The
Rogan's on
Wingman,
there.
the Wingman pod should be on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
It is.
Friend of the year, athlete of the year.
Who's
singer.
athlete of the year? Would you think with me now?
I mean, you know.
Probably you.
No, Mason Rudolph is one of them for
Oh.
sure. I mean, Mason
Yeah.
Mason.
stays in my house,
I
makes
don't
my
want
day.
to. I don't want to ruin it all for people. I just want to.
Yeah.
No, but this is who some of
A
the
little
awards.
too.
you
Drake
got.
I
May.
think one of my favorite awards that you had on there was someone most likely to turn most likely to turn a friend event into a networking event. I thought that
No,
was
no.
a pretty good one.
Well,
That's gonna be like a three-way tie.
Can I tell you the two? Or can you tell us who you thought?
Who's the third? I
Well, I
think
thought it was Presley, Nate,
No, well, no, it's
Kush
Kush
is up there. Too.
Kush.
Kush and
There's the three.
Kush and Nate, because Nate.
Speaking of Nate, Travis met Nate on our first Ohio State trip.
Yes.
Tell us about
He
this.
about
guy.
bankrupt me.
So what happened? What happened?
We're at dinner, and I'm looking at what I'm going to order, and he just starts ordering apps. And there was no like, hey guys, like I got just things are just coming in every direction. Shots are showing up. Then we move
That's
over.
on the appetizer menu.
We move over and bottles are there. I wasn't planning on drinking that much, but who am I to say no to the bottle in front of
Right.
me?
Unless you're paying for it.
Well, he did all the ordering.
Yeah.
And then, like, a day later, hey, what's your Venmo? And I get a
This guy's
request
paying me.
Wow.
for
Wow.
$500.
See, I didn't know there was a request button on Venmo.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
That's Ron's.
No, I'll be honest with you.
Ron's
I decided that I was going to go, and I was appreciative of Denny and them taking me and offering and all that. And I said, I just told everybody, whatever you feel like you want to give me, I'm good. You know, except Alex, I hit him up for more because he ordered like Costa Azul shots. The damn guy, like,
Yeah.
he's
Best
up
part
there
about-
acting big time.
The
But
best
that's fine.
part about those shots are, I mean, we probably had a full bottle of Casamigos left at the end of the night,
Yeah.
which is tequila for those who aren't drinkers.
Yes.
He ordered Clase Azul, which is tequila shots. It's besides just getting the shots from the bottle.
We had a bottle there.
That's the best part.
Well, first thing, he's not paying for the bottles. I am. And usually I control the
Well,
girls.
apparently he is. You hit him up.
Like,
for
I'd
money.
be
Yeah.
honest with you, Erica, I think her name was Erica. I was looking at my phone, but whoever she was, she's on my Instagram.
Eric.
She's on my Instagram. She's pretty cute. I showed Charlie. She's cute. But she goes, you think you want a bottle of champagne? I'm like, oh, man, I've been down this road before. We don't really drink it. And I played a song appropriate for the champagne, These Hoes Ain't Loyal. So, you know, because after you buy the bottle, I'm going to get the bottle and sign it for Travis. So
the
we got the
fans.
bottle, the fans. And next thing you know, we're not really drinking champagne. And they invite a few girls over. And literally, they come over, they drink all the champagne, and they're gone. Like they do it to every table.
Are you
It's-
surprised by that?
No, I didn't care. They weren't Catholics for sure.
Yeah. Not Notre Dame
They
fans.
weren't Catholic girls. But we had a great time. And Travis, we signed the bottle. Where do you have the bottle now, Travis?
It's in my apartment. I'm taking it to work, though.
Now, did you scratch mine and Charlie's name off?
Yeah, I
and that?
screwed up. I should have just had Denny sign it.
Yeah.
No one else's name.
The value went down.
But-
yeah.
Well, Ron's autograph will be worth some money here
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring it here and we'll put it out.
Well,
I would say Cush's. That'll add some value to
How,
the
co-
bottle.
how come Kush wasn't negotiating at the table about these bottles?
he was doing the same thing.
Because
as
they
I.
already had
Look,
two
Because
bottles before we
because
got
I was
there.
picking Kush up. He didn't have time to
I
negotiate.
gave Kush a lower amount and a higher amount, right? I was saying, you can pay
Did
me
he
from this
negotiate with
amount
you?
to this amount, right? I'm thinking,
Now he did give you a pitch on the plane ride back.
yeah,
Yeah,
what was
you
it
did.
about?
Are either of you two investing in the dating app?
You know what? I'm still trying to figure out what it is because basically he's saying
Don't worry
that
about it.
I'm
on
not gonna-
Just
Hinge
give you your money.
or Tinder, you
I'm not
can-
gonna throw. Let's not throw his idea out
Oh, yeah,
there to
don't
the
throw it
world.
out there.
But I'm asking you.
But yeah, we're investing for sure. It's actually one of our sponsors.
I think he should be on. Why we need to get on there, Kush?
He's been on before.
But I think
yeah.
Kush got to talk about his ideas. Well,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, I think
maybe we should have an idea podcast.
He was our very first one. He was our test run. We need to have
That
on.
wasn't good. That was a lot of. I don't know how to do these.
oh well, I
What
don't
are we
know what
trying
he
to do?
just hit,
It's
but I'm
not-
sure they can't hear us
Can you
anymore.
push him?
Yeah,
You just hit our
plays
thing.
music.
I'm
But
sure
can you
that
go-
your followers
Where's the one he go?
definitely don't have any volume.
Where, I can't
This
hear
one?
No, he always talk and you don't know what he's going to say.
So
have
you
to-
do this. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. with him. You're like, okay, let's talk. No, wait, hold on. Oh, she's shut off. No, but Kush, he's
Off the
great.
rails.
I think there's no. I don't know. Kush is a unique person.
I think
Kush is my. I love Kush now though because he just during that game, Denny even said I celebrated. I think I just like hit Denny instead of celebrating. And Kush I was picking up. So
There's a great photo of when Jack Sawyer was running that last touchdown back we found last night.
Jack Sawyer plays for Ohio State, if you don't know.
Yeah, the game, the fumble recovery that he ran back.
let's seal the game. Make it 28-14.
And by the way, I think I may have filmed 2 plays the entire game.
You
And
got that one?
For some reason, I just
Oh,
put
there
the
you go.
camera on Travis. I mean, it was, 4th and goal? So
You,
it
and you
wasn't
can
like
hear
it
Denny
was-
right at the beginning. You can hear Denny's voice.
I started to turn
Stay
the
on him.
camera to
Stay on
to
him.
the actual gameplay, and he's like, no, stay on him, stay on him. So we got Travis's reaction, which was perfect. But back to the photo, we found this photo. It's a great shot from behind the guy running, but you can see us in front of them, and Denny and I are celebrating like this. The guy hasn't scored yet, but he's in the clear, and you see Travis picking up little Kush. It looks like Dirty Dancing, like he's holding him like this. Like Kush's legs are horizontal.
Should have thrown him onto the field.
But I don't know if this is what you're getting at, but Kush came into this. It was kind of a last minute thrown together group. Kush didn't grow up an Ohio State fan. I mean, he's probably a soccer fan. We know he's from
Cricket.
That's edgy.
cricket fan.
Yeah,
It's a little
cricket.
edgy.
But he fully bought in.
He rode a bull.
He was a great. He was
I did see a
great
video of him riding that
addition.
bull.
I think the group came together. As
I thought
best
it was
as
from the
Kush
cartel.
is always
to
a
be
good
honest with
addition.
you. I thought he was in the cartel. I didn't know.
And you said what I said was edgy. So there we go.
Right, no, I just thought he was a cartel.
Kush is a good addition. Any
Yeah,
group.
he's
So
great.
he didn't know that AT&T Stadium has a roof. He thought we were going to be outside.
Oh, I forgot about this.
He had thermal.
He had full long john
in
suit.
Dallas. Oh, because it was snowing, right?
I kept peeling layers off. I was down to a T-shirt and it's still hot. Now that could have been the Philly cheesesteak,
Yeah,
but
true.
it was hot in there. And poor Kush has got a full thermal outfit.
Now, how did
he said
Alex-
he was
yeah.
going to go to the bathroom, completely undress and throw it in the trash.
No, he threw in trash. No.
He said that's what he was.
I don't know if he did, but he said he was going to.
That's.
I mean,
How
I
did
could go
they
on.
pull to go to game, Alex or him? What was the?
Because Alex wouldn't ride the bull. We were going
Yeah.
to see whoever could
I
ride
think
the bull
Alex
the
wanted to
longest.
go.
Oh, so y'all had to pick Alex or Kush to go to
Well,
the game?
no, this is the thing.
No.
This is how they produced it. Okay, like.
Because I was wondering
First
how
thing I
Kush
was
got there, and then
But I was
and
happy.
if you snuck him in, or
But I was happy to be there. Just happy to be there.
Yeah, I
didn't
know you
really
weren't
care.
in the game.
To be honest with you, I was good impressed in watching the game. And all. They do have nice TVs at the JW Marriott in the room. I will give them that. The lights and the.
So you'd rather be
And
in
I was
there.
next to the road, so you heard
Yeah.
the traffic go by.
Yeah, it
It's,
needs to be-
it wasn't my Ritz-Carlton experience for sure. But I can tell you, and the room. By
Tell
the
us
way,
in.
tell us in the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to talk to the damn mic again.
I love that every time.
But I
we-
don't need a handler.
Like we were talking a little bit too much about Kush,
Yeah.
so Ron just finds it. It brings it right
Welcome
back.
to Table Talk, baby.
No, I was
About-
telling
Welcome to
Mike,
Table
you're
Talk.
not-
Michael, but you're not listening. He doesn't listen.
It's got a boomerang.
Yeah.
I was trying to say Alex was really nice because Charlie pitches like, oh, Ron needs an assistant. I'm like, I don't need no fucking, I'm Ron Herbert.
Some people
Fred
say
Rock
So
Trent.
Alex,
looking
I
out
felt
for
bad
you.
I'd
for
love
Alex.
my assistant.
And just so you know, I was
So
texting
you
Alex.
were Alex's assistant.
I told Alex, what to go to the game and buy him a ticket. As one seat, no problem at all. I want him to go to the game. I wanted to experience
Yeah.
that. So it wasn't like
Selfless.
Like
No,
I want right. And I can
Yeah,
show you.
I got it.
I told him a lot.
Yeah,
I
He
didn't
did a
want.
great job.
I didn't want him to feel like he couldn't go to the game. I'd buy him a seat. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was nice that we all went. We had a good time.
It
But
was
Kush,
it
It was a
worked
good
out
time.
perfect.
I don't know who would get the player of the game or whatever it was on that trip, but
Fan of the game. What's your
Kush was
what's your
definitely-
I
Ronnie
think it
award?
was a team effort. I mean,
Yeah.
I was obviously the tickets were perfect. Having the plane ride there, I think that probably edges somebody out for MVP. But
It comes in handy.
I think it was a team effort. I mean,
Yeah.
you had
guys are like Ohio
you had the
State.
celebration ready for Travis. Kush
The
was
flag.
Kush
took
was
care of
haggling
Presley.
Topo Chicos.
Yeah.
Everyone played their role.
I think it was great. What's
What's your
our-
favorite thing about Ron?
No, let's not go there.
Tell me something good.
Well, tell me about Michael.
No, go
I mean,
ahead. Where are you going next, Ron?
I mean,
NFL
Michael, I've
playoffs?
seen, by the way, I've seen some great pictures of you and your wife going out, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I have. You've been,
We go out. Yeah, we have a good time.
I'm glad. I've never gotten, just so you know, talking about the friend of the year, I've never gotten invited, like,
On me and my wife's dates. Yeah. You know what's funny? No one else has either.
I thought maybe you
It's
guys
weird.
go
We
to a
just-
movie.
It's weird. We just do it alone. You know, it's kind of crazy.
Speaking of Michael,
Oh, this is a good. Actually, I think I know where
yeah.
he's going with this.
I do too.
so we started this basketball league on Thursday. Terrible league, by the way.
BBL.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So Michael brings his son there, which I think is great. You know, I don't have kids yet. Son's watching him play, picking up a lot of bad habits.
I'm hearing a
One-
lot of words he shouldn't hear.
One bad habit he picked up. He gets a little thirsty.
Yeah.
He runs out to the lobby of the.
This is a gym. Yeah, this is an actual gym.
I got to run. You keep telling the story.
I'll carry this.
All right, Travis.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
boys.
Ron.
Ron, thank you so much.
See you, man.
No,
From
thank you.
SVP to Red Rocks Ron.
There it is.
We got to get
Best
a picture.
calamari.
Come over here and get a picture between us before you leave. Charlie, you grab us real quick. But go ahead, tell the story about the hoop
Wait.
group.
So, you know, when we have hoop group at Denny's, there's a cooler there of he's sponsored by Coke. We got Coke products.
Yep.
We got Beast.
These kids get spoiled.
Well, he runs out to the lobby of the gym, just grabs like a Prime, comes back in. He just grabbed it, didn't pay for
He
it.
said to me, I'm playing. I see him trying to get out. And I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I'm going to go get a drink. I thought he was going to the water fountain. And I was like, all right. He comes back in. He's got like a Prime, which is like a Gatorade. And I was like, oh, that's weird. How did he get that? And then I see him going back out again. I'm like, where are you going this time? He's like, I had to go pay for it. And I realized Charlie was nice enough to pay for it. You realize he thought he was, you know, drinks are just free at these basketball games. You can go to a cooler or refrigerator and grab a drink because that's what he does at Denny's. And anyway, the guy who owns the gym came in and told Art, he was like, hey, that kid just took a drink from our refrigerator.
Oh, geez.
And Art was like, I told Art after, he was like, oh, I don't think he probably didn't know. But Charlie was nice enough to pay for it. So I told my son after, my son was like, I didn't know, he's 6.
Yeah.
He was like, I didn't know, I thought they were free. I was like, no, that's
You-
not in
you
this
didn't know. It
basketball
was
league.
fun.
Did you get a Venmo request for this drink or not?
I told Charlie I'd get him back for it. I need to know how much it costs. Probably $3.
Well, you got the hoop group coming up. Who are the captains again? You told me earlier.
We got 2 new
I
captains.
don't know if we're allowed to release this yet. We haven't put it on the.
But we'll say this: we got 2 new captains.
Okay.
I think they're
Why would you?
same skill level.
Are you bringing any?
Yeah.
Are you bringing
Pretty-
any
pretty
player,
similar
Are you
players.
bringing any other players
We're still
new?
working on that.
Okay.
We got to basically the process. All the guys are kind of grandfathered in. If they can't come back and play for scheduling or injuries, then we got to go look for outside talent.
Yeah.
So
You wanna
play?
TBD.
I wish I could play. I might be able to play someday, but
You used
Right.
to guard Coker, right?
yeah, Coker a lot and pick up. Volante.
Shut them down.
Volante I guarded one time. He just sat on the 3. The only time I ever seen him make 5 threes in a row, and he said, you got to go out on him. I'm like, if I go on him, he's take me down low. But I think this league's going to be interesting this year with the new captains. I think it's going to spice it up. But, you know, Charlie's always, you know, they will never get anybody in the league to guard Charlie. So as long as that happens,
That's
He-
not
he
true.
might
They
be
said
teaming up.
They said Michael's the Charlie stopper.
He might be. Yeah. Well, people need to chill with that kind of stuff because we just go out there, we roll the ball out, and we play. You know what
well,
happens.
no,
happens.
Charlie's. I mean, Nate could be, but Nate's got.
Charlie might be playing with one of his. He could be playing with one of his Ohio State trip friends. Or, you know,
Who?
based on what I've seen on the captain's chat, with the
Oh.
second overall pick.
Oh yeah, that way. The funniest thing is Charlie will be the captain anyhow of the
A
team.
former outlaw, might I add.
Why'd you quit captainship when now you really are the captain?
Well, I went to the mountaintop so many times that
Yeah.
It's hard up there.
Now Charlie.
Gets lonely.
I started looking around and I see all these captains struggling, like Browning. Guy had never won.
Poor guy.
But
So last year I came over there and made him a winner.
well, just so you know where I see it from my point, there's 2 guys that play, Nate and him, and everybody else. So
No, that's not true.
I
at all.
think
There's a
that
lot of good
There's
athletes.
2 guys that play.
I'm
What do you mean?
saying, it's
you
hard to
got
stop Charlie
Michael,
and Nate.
You got
Honestly.
Michael Scott was a Division I player. You got Brian Backus. You got
That's true.
Michael Ransom.
Charlie's the
Chris
Michael
Davis.
Jordan of that league.
I mean, what everyone talks about Chris Davis. How
Yo,
you
Chris
gonna
Davis.
take him
Yeah,
out?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I know, but
So I don't think that's
your skill set is a little different for that
It's about
league.
the team, Ron. You got to
Well,
put
you
a
won
team
a
together.
championship, so I
You got to put a team
understand that.
together. I mean, Nate Conley, he's a great player, but it takes more than one guy on the team. You know.
yeah. So I
So
think
it's all
what
about
we're-
mesh.
what we're
It's about how
alluding
you
to
you,
is
j- you know
there's-
gel together.
There's potential that Nate's a captain. That would be news to the
Ooh, that would be
the
big.
hoop groupers.
Oh, that'd be good.
How do you think so? And this is not a slight to Nate, but he's had friction in the past with his captains. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he's fucking horrible. He doesn't get along with people.
So
he thinks he does.
in his thought process, if he's in control, he controls his own destiny. Now, on the flip side,
He gets to call the shots now.
We've seen this with Smitty. Do you think there will be issues of his leadership with his teammates?
I don't want to quit. That's first league.
I don't know.
I want to
if
quit
people
already.
are going to play. If Smitty drafts the team, they might not show up.
I don't know why he shouldn't be captain. I'm open to listen to Smitty. You don't listen to me, so.
Yeah, but sometimes you need like Jerry Springer show.
Yeah, it's
like
good.
watching
It's
a
good for
train
entertainment.
wreck.
Yeah, but you can't treat people like that. From what I hear, you got to treat people like you want to be treated. And I think that's the thing you do, Charlie, well. And Michael was a captain. That's why you both won. You treat people like you want to be treated, and that goes a long way in being a captain. You can't be yelling and screaming at nobody. First, they're giving up their night to go there. Okay, it's like Michael's done a great job of coming to the podcast at 1 o'clock. You know, you got to want to go to it. You got to want to do it. You know, and I think that you make people want to show up.
I'm here for the hoodie.
And
Yeah.
I mean, like Brian, he's done a great job over there, but you got to want to show up. But hey, back to something that's been on my mind all week because I talked to Will. But
Ron?
have you followed the fires anymore? Or what do you think?
Oh, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Will's
All the
house-
conspiracies are coming out now.
Well, I mean, the
Oh.
water thing. I don't listen to Instagram a lot. I mean, it's like the insurance. Everybody has insurance. They had a loan in
They
their
say they're
house.
trying to get it right for the 2028 Olympics. They're trying to turn it into a smart city. They need LA to be kind of wiped out and restarted.
I don't know about all that. I think
Wow.
that I don't want to kill people.
You heard it
over
here
that.
first.
I know that, but I feel bad. There's people
I know,
who
man.
lost
It's
their lives.
brutal. It's sad.
And I'm glad the ramp, charter, whatever they're called now. I mean, they won. I mean, for the city, I think it was good for the city.
I mean, it's like Will was saying. There's a lot of people who had a lot of years invested into their homes and their lives and their memories there that are just wiped away.
yeah, I've been in my house since 2005.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine it's just going away with a hurricane or.
That's why the Rams were just on fire well, shit.
I mean, the
shouldn't say that,
biggest
but-
problem
not
we'll
on fire,
ever-
but they played really well last night because they were doing it for LA.
But Lake Norman, we have one thing. What do you think we have that you go by and see? At the
Water.
lake? And what else you see over there?
Duke Energy,
And what else you see over there? A nuclear reactor.
a nuclear reactor.
So what if something ever happens? That could happen. You know what I mean? A terrorist or something. I mean, that's the
Oh,
scariest.
that is scary. Well, wow, thanks a lot.
I live every day for today.
Like what if these drones just hover over that nuclear reactor one day?
Yeah, exactly. What do you think about?
All right, that's it, everyone.
What's your pick of the week? This week,
All right,
we don't have a lot.
division round.
We're gonna have to go to college
This is what they call the best weekend in NFL football.
Yeah.
The division round.
Yeah. What do you
divisional.
think? I gotta look at my phone here to get.
All right, so what I'm seeing now, if these odds are current, let's look here. I'm seeing the Commanders as 9.5-point underdogs against the Lions.
Wow.
That to me is my lock of the week. I'm taking the Commanders to cover 9.5.
All right. So you bet. You're 0-3 last 3 picks, and we gotta get it going.
So should I change it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think you're due.
Yeah, I'm due. That's right.
I think you're due.
I'm done with the parlays, by the way. I made a commitment to myself. I lost 6 parlays this weekend by 1 leg. So done with that. Riley Leonard, you know how many times I bet him to throw for over 150 yards? The dude just can't do it.
I told you that he sucks.
Yeah. So done with that.
But let's bet that. Hey, Charlie, let's bet it this week. He's lost 3 in a row. That's one of those betters you got to keep betting.
I actually think he hit it
I think
last
the
week.
Eagles are the best team in the league. I mean, I don't want to say that. I think the Eagles take care of business. This
6-point
week.
favorites.
No doubts. I'd take them.
I do think the Eagles are the toughest out.
LA's playing for LA right now, man. They're the wildfires.
I know, but that travel's going to get them.
We knew that was a lock last night. We talked
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so
No, I think that the line for Philly is that Carter they got for nothing because he had legal problems. Their defensive line is really strong.
all right, so you're taking Philly. It's your lock of the week.
Yeah.
Philly, 6 points.
Yeah, Charlie, who do you like?
I'm looking here now.
We should do like they do on ESPN.
I don't want to.
You
I want
can
to
take
give
my
people
pick.
something different, but
You can tell my pick. I get it. I
you know,
would
we've
pick
been
it.
talking about this lately about the spread. I mean, Eagles -6.5. I feel like they're just begging people to take the Rams. I think
Yeah.
Philly.
Let's just talk about teams. What about the best game of the whole thing? Is
Oh, it's
Bills
Baltimore. And, Baltimore and
What do you
Buffalo.
like in that game? I mean, I think the Bills are due, or do you think that?
And they're 1.5 point underdogs at home.
I know.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Damn, Lamar Jackson is good. I mean,
I know.
And then you get Henry.
Well, if they run the ball, they're just going to run the
The
ball.
Steelers
like they did
did,
last
but they
week.
said, okay, we'll stop Henry. Then you go on Lamar, and he runs it for 80 yards. You just don't have a. You got to figure that out. It's like Jamar Chase and Burrow. There's
Yeah.
a combination there.
Is Zay Flowers going to play this weekend? He was hurt last weekend.
I don't know if that. I don't know if it matters anymore. I mean, those two are so good. I mean,
Yeah. So
I think the Bills. It's going to be turnover city. That's going to be the big thing. Kicker Bass. You know, I think they would have made one year, but Bass missed that field goal. I don't know. That's the game of the week. I mean, for sure.
that is definitely. That's why they put it on Sunday night, right? Sunday at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6:30.
And then also, what about?
I got one more.
Are you going to Mavericks game or not? By the way. Go ahead. What do you got?
I haven't looked into this. This is off the cuff. Because these guys are professionals, so you can't really equate it to college with the buys and the playoffs. But I'd be interested to dive into a little more on the Chiefs game.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The Texans' first half, the Chiefs haven't played in 2.5, 3 weeks now because they set out the last regular season game. They had an early game before that. It was like 20-some days since they played. And then the Texans got it rolling last week.
They look pretty
So
good.
it could be an interesting early, like first quarter, second quarter, like first half, first quarter on the Texans. But they're going into Burrowhead and.
By the way, Will sent us his bets for that college football game, or you sent it to us that Will sent.
Yeah.
And he had Ohio State to cover the first half or whatever. Didn't they return something back at the end of the first?
Denny had the same thing. So
You had sent the bet, and I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." He lost that one, and then was it interception or something?
Yeah.
Texas scored. It was 7-0. Texas scored with maybe 30.
That's
seconds
right.
left.
Yeah, it was a
So
screenplay to the running back.
7-7.
Yeah.
We came out second down. We run a screenplay.
Yep.
And I mean, he scored.
I was like, "Damn, he lost that bet." It was
a.
a first half. It was a first half spread.
I won't say the amount, but
Yeah, I mean,
decent
but he
amount.
Well,
won the
good
bet. It
amount.
was $1. But he won the bet.
The thing about football, I mean, that's the thing about gambling. It's sometimes it's edgy. You think you're going to win,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you lose. And
I don't ever think I'm going to win, really.
It definitely
you
makes it
don't.
more exciting.
Well, what about Chris Scott? We haven't talked about him.
he wins all the time.
Yeah, he sent me that parlay. I mean, you guys do hit some parlays. Crazy, man. 15-1.
Does Chris pay to get mentioned at least once a podcast?
Yeah. We pay. He pays. He's one of our sponsors.
Well, why did we change it to chat? Because I started sending chat.
Chris did tell me he stopped sending you his winners.
Well, it gets annoying.
He said you
after a while.
bully him.
I do because it's always a winner. I've never seen a loser.
Yeah.
The guy hasn't lost.
He doesn't
once.
lose.
But, well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. And what's our next? Next, we have my good friend
What's going
Todd
on?
Snaff Chopper. He's coming.
But what's going on at Red Rocks this week? Anything good? What do we eat?
Oh,
Wait
we
for
got
calamari.
Oh, by the way, we got calamari. We got some Ron shrimp. We got a Caesar salad.
Oh, and you didn't tell us who was eating at Red Rocks in Indian Trail?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's South Park.
South Park, sorry.
Okay. Canal.
Ron had a celebrity run in yesterday at Red Rocks. This is
Oh.
how big time Red Rocks is.
I never go in
I
there.
mean,
Did
you
that
never
one.
go in there, and then you go in there one day, and who's sitting there eating?
Well, I walked in the door, and right away, Dave Canales.
Dave Canales, head coach
and
of
his
the Panthers.
wife, and he goes, "I love Red Rocks," and I told him a story about me and my partner, how we started, and he was a really good guy. And at the end, I was reminded that he was Tom Brady's, quarterback coach, won
Yeah,
the Super
it
Bowl.
was at Tampa, yeah.
And then, we talked about our team, and he goes, "I'm going to try to build the culture. Hopefully, I'm here to build the culture." But let me just tell you, you're only as good as the people you meet. And a lot of times I met him, and he talked like right away, and he was nice.
Yeah.
His wife was nice, and they go to Red Rocks all the time.
And we like Dave Canales.
And the good thing about it, you're on the menu at Red Rocks. What's your item?
Chicken wrap.
And what's yours, Charlie?
Spinach queso dip.
So it's always been that. But we had a pita we made for him. We said we moved him up to the ribeye, and he said,
Oh, he's on the menu there now.
"Oh, he's been on the menu. We actually made an item for it. We have to take off, but he's going to be the ribeye." But I just say I enjoyed his just
Yeah.
for that 5 minutes. He took a picture, but he was so nice. Like it was just.
I saw that picture. That's cool.
Yeah,
Dave
that was-
Canales. Hey, if you can get a word in with David Tepper, tell him we want to have him on.
Yeah, I did almost mention it, but I think what we're going to do, I have an idea, because Will knows, but why don't we do the podcast at South Park? one
Okay,
time,
yeah.
And then we'll invite him down.
Let's do that. Yeah, right here.
I think, yeah, I get it talking to Mike.
Whatever you invited just now, no one heard it.
Yeah,
Well, I just think that we do the podcast at South Park,
I'm good with
There you go.
and then we, Will can go. I've been knowing that guy. Was
He
in my
knows who?
wedding. He's right up with. He comes to see Will all the time. Dave
Who?
Canales.
Canales.
Will who?
Will
Is
the GM.
Canales Italian?
Oh, Will the GM, not Will the guy we.
No, Will's the GM. And Will, I'm sorry.
Canales. I don't know. Canales.
Well, I'm going to try to
Hispanic.
get,
He's
just
Mexican.
so happened to be, we're doing the podcast, he walks by and we say, hey, Dave, why don't you come on for a second?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're here. What
Yeah.
days
So
ago?
happened
Oh,
to
you
be
know
here.
what? Maybe he should probably get an award for going to Red Rocks. Maybe a Ronnie Award.
Yeah, one last plug. For
We'll
the
give him one.
Ronnies.
Yeah.
I'm,
Right.
I'm
Ronnie's
excited
coming
to
up.
hear when you settle on.
It'll
a
be
date.
out on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. The
just
Ronnie
can't-
Awards,
yeah.
early spring,
We
out on
can't-
the stage.
The 2024 awards, we just can't push that too far into 2025.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'll work on that with the. I'll talk to Maureen today.
March
about
1st.
When we get the
or
stage.
something like
and
that.
Hopefully Brent will still be
Yeah.
here, so he helps us out. We've kind of bullied him around today. It could be his last day.
Yeah.
By we mean you,
Yeah.
Ron. Sorry.
Yeah, I was.
He speaks French
Yeah.
when it's appropriate
Yeah.
for him.
We.
Ron,
Ron
I
must
just
be.
want to say before you guys sign off, because I don't want the last word. Appreciate you having Travis and I on this prestigious podcast.
You're
it was
welcome.
an honor.
Number one on Apple.
Yeah.
We'll
So-
give you that
Check the
coffee
charts.
cup.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna put that in my desk. I do have to go back to work.
Yeah, me too. I can
So
do it.
we
work
won't
done.
be on air again before the championship game of Ohio State Notre Dame. So next
Oh,
time
yeah.
we talk to you, we'll be having.
Oh, what do you think about that? Ohio State -8 or 9, whatever they
Didn't we
are.
talk about that? We'll revisit
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
we will.
The line's starting to go down, but I don't think it ever touches 7.
It's a lot of points.
I think Notre Dame maybe finds a way
Let me
to
see
like
something.
keep it close the first half. I
I think they're
I
gonna
think-
they're gonna pull out some crazy stops. You know how he is with his special teams. We'll see some a fake punt, or something. They're gonna have to pull
I
out some.
just-
They're gonna have to pull
That
out all the
running
stops.
back is pretty good for them. That Lovey guy. I mean, 91% of the people and 85% of the people are betting Ohio State to win.
I don't think the guy's
Money
a bad-
line, though.
I don't think the guy's a bad player, but I
Well, that
think
scares me.
some things like he had a 98-yard run against Indiana, right? What did he finish the game with?
99.
101. Like,
Didn't he hurt
I
his
think-
knee or something?
yeah,
This guy?
yeah,
so I
that's
think like
more-
his
Yeah.
little,
Oh, did he?
little-
Is he still
Yeah.
hurt? I don't
No.
know. I
That's what
don't.
I'm saying. Like he's had like 44 last. I think he's a good
Yeah.
player, but I just don't think like.
Well, let's just say this: if you know 8 guys in the box, they don't have passing games. So they
Yeah,
put
they're not worried
everybody
about
up
him
there.
passing.
They just put 8 guys up there, and they play man to man on the outside. So the only thing, if Riley Leonard could ever pass the ball, maybe they'll hit somebody deep, because that maybe that would be the only chance, because they're not going to let it. They're going to play one safety probably,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
play. Okay, you're going to beat us. You're going to beat us by the
No,
pass.
they're definitely going to have to manufacture some points. Their defensive coordinator is really good though, and Marcus Freeman is a defensive guy. But their defensive coordinator actually was a former head coach at Miami, Temple. He was on the Bengals defensive staff last year,
We need him on this podcast. He knows more about football than we do.
so he's good. But
Who's this? Ohio State or?
Notre Dame,
Notre Dame's.
He's got
defense
a-
coordinator. He was former.
What's his
college-
girlfriend look like? Is he? I mean,
I
wife
don't
or?
know. Al
Not-
Golden.
not
You gotta look at
Bill-
that.
Remember the guy who used to wear the
Not
suits
Bill
for
Belichick.
Temple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Al
Bill. I
Golden,
mean,
that's the defense coordinator.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Did he coach at Miami?
Yeah,
For a little
Miami
bit. Yeah,
head
yeah.
coach. Then he was a Bengals assistant coach.
Well, we're
last couple
excited. We
years.
want to see pictures of the game, and obviously,
Yeah.
I'm probably going to the Mavericks game on Monday.
So you
and
can't
then
make it. Yeah.
I may or may not, but I might go to the casino
Oh, that's
too.
good. I'll let Denny.
Well,
know.
you got to get invited. You know what I mean?
Tonight.
All right, they're moving
Have
down.
they
The next guy,
invited you?
Kush.
Yeah.
Have they ever invited you?
No, I've never been invited.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's like your Friendsgiving. Have you invited Michael?
Yeah, have you?
Can't believe
I
it.
don't get invited to anything. I get invited to table talk. That's it.
You always
Well,
used to bring the
apparently
golf
he's-
cart over.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he's been on Jess's Instagram. So I'm surprised.
Yeah.
she hasn't
So
got
I
the
mean, I would go, but I have a date.
Yeah.
I got kids to take care
Are
of,
you
man.
going Monday though to the game or not, Dallas? You know if you're
No. Is that Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's like a 3
It's
o'clock.
restaurant, but
It's
you
early.
talked earlier, just so you know, we do have restaurant week at both restaurants. I'm really excited about it. We're gonna be really busy. The weather's a lot better this weekend.
Yeah.
And I thank everybody for, listening in today and.
Hey, I got to talk to
Instagram.
you about catering too. My kid's birthday is coming up,
Oh, you guys
And-
do catering?
and you guys do a great job catering, and we want to talk about that.
Okay.
All right, because I love your catering. You guys have great food here.
You know, it's funny, I just
We'll have to do
just
some of that
last.
catering at
Hey,
2311.
why is Kush commenting lots of false statements here?
I mean, it's like fact checked.
But he
you
was
know, like-
invited to come by. He could have come by.
He was talking about the trip. He said that a little while ago. He was talking about y'all were making like your stuff about the trip and like.
We wouldn't need a chair. You could stay right next to Charlie. It'd be the same. It'd be good.
That's why I asked if y'all snuck him in.
I mean,
Travis put him in his pocket. All right, you ready to sign off
okay,
here?
I gotta get my hair cut
All right,
today.
guys. We'll see you guys next week. We'll let you know who won the game if you didn't know already. Bye bye.